You when you first came. No gentleman and pay regular. You owe me 2 months' rent, and if I don't have it by tomorrow, you're out. I don't want any more of your fancy men coming in here. And that's my last word.
Oh, shut up. You'll get your rent. Be a bit useful for a change. Now, come on, hurry up.
Olive's mother lived at the top there. I don't know. She stuck it. There was pulling out down in front of her and burning everything in front of her. They seem as though they're doing that so that you'll take anything. You'll be glad to get out of it to take anything. That's why they do it, as though they're trying to make it as uncomfortable as they can as to make you get out.
The housing told me these would be up 6 years. 6 years, and I've not been in 2 years, and they're coming down. They tell you anything till they get you. They're putting you in condemned areas for about a couple of years, and then you've got to go again. And it's not on when you're getting on in your age. You don't want to be mucking about here and go splitting here and splitting there.
So this is where your father was born?
Yeah.
Just like I want them to, yeah. If I could have the other half of you, yeah. You know I would.
The Sex Pistols coming up those 2 times completely shattered all that and made everything intimate and close and doable.
Those gigs galvanised Manchester musicians and started making their own groups.
In hindsight, you know, they turned out to be Joy Division, they turned out to be The Fall, they turned out to be Morrissey, and turned out to be all sorts of interesting kind of Manchester groups that at the time didn't think that they had it in them to be musicians, to be a group.
Music is offensive to a lot of people, you know, and coming from the north, you've got this inoffensive, cap-touching attitude, which we're trying to break out of.
What do the rest of the people think about you being a poet?
Oh. All right. Well, not many of them know. What do now? We've blown me cover.
Are you embarrassed about being a poet?
Not really, but I mean, people can get entirely the wrong impression, can't they? Poet, you know, it's a fella that skips around with a butterfly net, isn't it?
This, Joy Division, is the most interesting new sound we've come across in the last 6 months. They're a Manchester band, with the exception of the guitarist, who comes from Salford. Very important difference. They're called Joy Division. This number is Shadow Play.
Society has broken down in some of Salford's tar blocks. Civic squalor has become a breeding ground for crime. Muggings, burglaries and firebombs are a brutal fact of daily life. Here, thousands live in fear of losing their property, even their lives. 18 years ago, Enid was happy in her high-rise. Now, just popping out to the shops means padlocking an iron gate across her front door. Next door to Enid, iron bars guard another prisoner of the tar block. It's a far cry from the planners' dreams in the 60s when the high-rises were built to liberate the victims of Salford's Victorian slums. Now, hundreds want to move out. Only the most desperate will move in. This block, three-quarters empty, has seen 20 arson attacks this year.
Is it?
After an attempt on his life, 19-year-old Sean has installed a front door of quarter-inch thick steel plate. A massive iron-barred inner gate and a bull terrier are part of the added protection he feels necessary.
Due to firebomb attacks and burglaries and just the general state of the block and the area itself.
What's it like living here?
It's like living in the Bronx, really. It's just a mad place.
In 1998, the government sent in the big guns to see for themselves. In 2003, the area featured in a government drive to regenerate what they saw as problem neighbourhoods, through a combination of demolition, refurbishment and investment.
There was nothing that the police could do. It was an overwhelming sense of power.
I know it's been up in the air whether it's going to be completed or not, and various companies applying to tackle the regeneration, and a lot of Pendleton people are worried if it's even going to happen.
one child that I lost, replaced by a fifth. I used to think that the day was